Welcome to another episode of Rodeo on Tour.
Just outside the town of Bergen, we fill up the tank with diesel and begin our return trip. We decided not to go via Sweden and take the bridges, but to take the ferry from Larvik to Hirtshals in Denmark. The trip from Bergen to Larvik is about 450 kilometers and is expected to take just over 7 hours without breaks. As you can see here is the beginning of our trip with a lot of tunnels. And we will shorten this a bit because it's not that much fun to look at.
We put together all the tunnels we drove through on our first day of travel on our route from Bergen to Larvik, which will hopefully make it a bit less boring to look at. Some tunnels were short, but there were also tunnels that turned out to be several kilometers long. It ended up being in total of 23 tunnels on this first day of travel. Moving on, we now hit the road with what we think are the most telling images we took on this first day of travel. Images of typically Scandinavian built houses, vistas, views of fjords but also waterfalls. With lots of rain at this time of the year and melting snow, we drive past several waterfalls near and far. You can also tell from the grainy images that it is already a bit later in the day. The action camera does not give such nice images as the one on our phone when filming the waterfall, for example, but even that is not quite perfect.
While we're driving, we pass this church. It's a typical southern Norwegian church that you often pass here in this region. We stop to photograph this because this small church is so beautiful in floodlight. Then we pick up the road again through this very small village. At this moment it has just been 11:30 and the images from the action cam are very poor. With our phones the images are slightly better. But what an impressive waterfall, beautiful high, and it ends so under the road. Now it's 12:15 in the night. We are in a traffic jam which has lasted for an hour. Then comes a small car with a flashing light, which indicate the speed, a little 30 to 40 km per hour. A 10 to 15 kilometers in a row driven through several tunnels. We are tired of driving and decide to spend the night along the road where this is allowed.
After a night with a lot of rain, we wake up to see the beautiful surroundings now in daylight. As we mentioned yesterday, there has been a lot of rain recently. This, but also the melting of snow, we think, makes the waterfalls appear in several places. It is therefore impressive to see them flowing down the mountains in several places along the way. Boy, we Dutch can't get enough of these waterfalls on our route to Larvik, so we film them here as well. And if we were counting tunnels, we think we'll just keep on counting. Then we'll know how many tunnels we've had by the end of the whole trip to Larvik.
We drive into the national park here, and you can see the snow remains on the mountains in the distance. This could be a very nice trip. This is why we took this road number 7 instead of the route along the coast, because we hope to encounter some more snow.
The national park is 450 square kilometers and a high plateau. The landscape was created by several ice ages. The highest peak is almost 2,000 meters. The park is known for its wide variety of wildlife.
We stop here at the car park to shoot some nice pictures. It's so beautiful for our Dutch experience. A long time ago, since we have seen so much snow on rivers and lakes in our own country. So we enjoy this to the full. But we have to move on again, because we have a boat to catch.
The temperature indicator in the van reads 2 degrees Celsius, so it is seriously cold outside, but cozy and warm in the van.
Too bad we didn't set aside extra time for this, because you can also do great hiking here. The sticks on the side of the road indicate that during winter season things can look very different here. I think it's a great experience to ride here in winter when there is much more snow. The road surface we're driving on is absolutely fine for us. But maybe if you drive a motorcycle, especially with narrow tires, the cracks in the road surface are unpleasant. But with our van, it's great driving here. On the other hand, it does indicate that the road surface suffers greatly from the harsh winters Norway experience here in this place. We are not the only ones driving here on road number 7, but in some parts here you can shoot a cannon, so to speak, so quiet it is. It is a pity that our vacation is so short, because you could really do great hiking here. It is so fantastic and beautiful here. We are blessed with the weather. You can see that the road surface is still wet, but the sun is shining and the sky is blue. There are often parking areas where we can stop. Sometimes we get out for a short moment, but sometimes we take a picture from the open window because we like to drive a little further to be on time tomorrow at the ferry. But boy oh boy, it's beautiful here, and what a super experience. In the meantime, we drive out of the national park with the plateau and come more into the inhabited world, which is a lot lower. It is still very beautiful, but we only see the snow on the mountain tops now. And you see, the road is really great to drive. Nice bends in it and a safe church along the way. What a beautiful road. Here a bridge over a beautiful river. This is unbelievable. So beautiful here. After so many kilometers, we start to get tired. We decide to spend the night here with a shower and toilet. It's not all very clean, but it will do for one night. Then we drive along the water again. So amazing here. Another beautiful church along the way. In my experience, the Swiss could build beautiful tunnels, but then you haven't driven through Norway, complete with a roundabout in it, and so beautiful lightened. Really a pleasure to drive through. And here I speed up the footage for a moment, to drive yet over another beautiful bridge, to enter another tunnel that has also another beautiful lightened roundabout. I don't know if it is because of the time of the day, but it is very quiet on the road, which makes driving very smooth at all. Too bad it's drizzling again, but we have already had a few hours of driving, so we take a short coffee break. We stretch our legs and find ourselves next to a small river. Yes, it's very beautiful here in Norway. We really enjoy it. And look here, a small stream of water comes from another mountain and joins the larger river. It still amazes how quiet it is here on the road in Norway. That is almost unthinkable in the Netherlands. That you drive so many hours and have so little oncoming traffic. What's also nice is that houses have here little sheds that stand on a kind of pole, probably to reduce pests. And look how marvelous the colors of the houses and sheds are. What a lovely picture to drive through. We often alternate riding. Also Joanne likes to ride. And yes, we have a lot of fun together on the road. The rain is now behind us, and we enter Larvik via the roundabout. We are very much in time for the ferry, so we take it easy and look around while filming the scenery. Larvik is a nice place to drive through. Yes, look at this. The ferry to Larvik carry not only tourists like us, but also a lot of cargo traffic. We park our van on deck number 5C. What else would you expect from us? Of course, when we're leaving Larvik, we take a look outside on the deck. Goodbye, beautiful Norway. We have visited you far too short. We will definitely come back to do this again, but then we draw more time for it. When we booked this trip, we also booked a couple of lounge chairs with it, which will give me some time to shorten out images, what is nice and what's not. You can see I'm very focused. By now, we have completed the crossing. We have passed through customs. And Joanne has looked for an overnight stay in Skagen. Wow, that's also a beautiful, authentic fishing town. Again, with a very different construction style than we have seen in Norway. A lot of yellow houses with white window frames and white borders with orange roof tiles. Well, so beautiful. We like that too. The park for night spot Joanne spotted is just outside the city center of Skagen. This is the next morning, a windscreen full of sand after a rain shower and sand wind from the dunes. An excellent free park for night spot, with toilet and a water tap.
Skagen is a popular stop for cruise ships. We have seen several cruise ships being docked here.
With these last slow motion splashes, we end this episode of our spring break in June 2024. We hope you enjoyed watching us as much as we enjoyed making and editing these images. If you liked it, give us the thumbs up. We look forward to taking you on our next tour again.